going on, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the two dudes who talk music, and we are back today with another reaction video for you guys. Now, if you grew up in the time of metal that we grew up in,
yes, in the long,
and I know
long
we
ago.
did,
Yep.
we have for you today a band that you should be very, very familiar with.
Oh yeah.
Because let me tell you, if you grew up as a metalhead, a fan of metal and heavy music through the 2000s, you will have been all about Killswitch Engage. They are one of those bands that you could not escape. They were one of the bands of the day. And you may not be aware, they have continued on. Howard left the band. They had their original vocalist, Jesse, come back into the fold. And they have continued to tour and release new music and all sorts of stuff. And they've just dropped some new stuff in the last month or two. So we are going to go and check that out right now.
And since we're at the beginning of the video, Jesse or any of the Killswitch boys, if you see this video, feel free to get in contact with us and we'll have you on the podcast.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we will. But yeah, so we're just going to, not too much more to say here. We're going to dive right in. This is, I believe, from Killswitch Engage. We're going to check it out.
It's going to be a fucking
We're going to be pausing, offering some feedback, reactions, analysis as we go through it, breakdown, critique, whatever, all that kind of cool stuff. So that's the kind of video you can expect with these, just in case this is your first time watching us. Let's check this out. I believe from Killswitch Engage.
Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, I went to pause it and I had the wrong window selected and it's like stuff something up, I think. You can still see the video. You can still see me. You can still see everything. Lovely. All those screens are good. We're all good. Okay.
The formula hasn't changed. I mean, if anything, it's actually probably given me a bit more of a... For those of you that don't know, Jesse was the original singer of the band. He left, Howard joined. Then, actually, the most ironic thing is that before Howard left the band again, or before whatever happened and they parted ways, Jesse actually did an album with Adam D, and it was a band called
Times of Grace.
Times of Grace, yeah, Times of Grace. And they did an album called Hymns of a Broken Man, or like I think that's what the album was called. And this is giving me a lot more of that kind of vibe.
Yes, I agree.
Look, as opposed to it, when I think of Killswitch, it's a lot more of a quicker patterning on the picking.
Mm-hmm.
This is very open. Obviously, it suits the song and what Jesse's going for.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, it's been 20-something years. The formula really hasn't changed too much, man.
Mm.
And and really,
that Times of Grace album, if you haven't checked it out, it is worth your time, let me fucking tell you. I actually saw them tour as Times of Grace.
You were at that Roundhouse show?
Yeah, I was at that Roundhouse show.
Same here.
It was Chimera and Machine Head, yep.
Yeah, dude, we were there. I was there that night.
We were there, yeah. I was actually front row for Times of Grace and Chimera.
Oh,
right in front of the speaker stack. As you're facing the stage, I was on the left side.
We were on the right.
Right in front of the speaker stack. So every time Chimera hit those bass bombs, it was just like...
Yeah.
But back to the topic. Yeah,
it's a bit safe for me so far. I mean, I expect a little bit more screaming, but that's just me. I like a bit more of that
I can
You know
see
what I
this is
mean?
like
That booming vocal.
it's like Mohawk City in the front row. You
Yes,
know.
yes. This is just trying to hide hairlines.
hmm
We all do it.
But I mean, look, it's as you say, it's very much in their formula, very much in their wheelhouse, very safe for them.
Yes.
But you never know. Like Adam D's always able to pull out some surprises.
Oh yeah, we're a minute into the song. Do you know
Adam
what I
D's always
mean?
able to
Like
pull out some
it's
surprises. And
yeah.
if there's anywhere that Killswitch Engage shine the most, it is around the breakdowns.
Oh,
So
100%.
I'm keen to see where that,
100%.
like I said, I'm keen to see where this song goes. So far, a bit formulaic, but very competent, very well done. You know, pretty much what you would expect from Killswitch Engage.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I'll just go back a tiny bit so we can get that bit I kind of missed.
Oh, good.
So that chorus.
Okay, that is fully gone times of grace.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, that the subtle guitar in the chorus, it was giving me My Curse kind of vibes, you know, like the do
Yeah,
do do
yeah.
do 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 do, like the those elements of from I don't know, that like a little bit End of Heartache, a little bit My Curse kind of
Yeah.
guitar-y, the like layered guitar parts from there. I can kind of hear that in what's happening there. Um, but yeah, like this is really, as you say, like Times of Grace is coming through really strong here with this.
Mm.
It's
But that just might be just for this song. I
yeah,
don't know what the rest of the album's going to sound like,
yeah.
but
And it could, look, and the thing is too, right? Like, you know, I think I don't know if I'm sure, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure I remember hearing somewhere that Times of Grace was a revival of a previous project rather than a straight up new project.
I did not know
Maybe,
that.
I don't know.
If anyone does
But
know
anyway,
that, please check us in the comments.
maybe
But I
I'm wrong.
mean,
I'll have
look,
to
this
double
is
check myself on that.
it's
But
a
it's,
beautiful
you know,
song.
if you're making music with people together for a long time, you're gonna find, you know, you're gonna look at different ways to go about it. And as we say, yes, this could be just this song, but maybe, you know, the rest of the album's a bit more traditional Killswitch. But I like what they're giving us here. I don't
Oh,
dislike it.
100%.
I enjoy what they're giving
No,
us here. It's just it's a
no.
bit more in
In
that
a
Times
world
of
where I'm
Grace lane.
probably never going to get another Times of Grace album,
Yeah.
if they can blend the both together and have like a bit of Times of Grace feeling songs and then Killswitch songs, that makes me a happy camper.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm gonna see what else they bring with it. Back into this verse here for us.
Yeah.
Just before we go into this next bit, because this
Wow.
is going to be, I think, a bit more Kill Switch here. This bit for sure.
100%.
I'm getting the sense that the film clip is, meant to be a bit of a story about this guy struggling with his perhaps his mental health or his,
Mm,
struggling to fix what he feels might be wrong with himself to try and be a better person to,
mm,
because the house was all like full of holes and all sorts of stuff. And then he's kind of like patched them
yeah.
up, and then he seems to have tidied things a bit. And now he's going out into the light, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe so,
Probably a realization that it's a lot worse out there than what it is inside.
well,
If
not
you
even,
happen to look at what he's walking through, it's a dead area.
well,
Everything's gone.
maybe it could just be winter.
Yeah.
Like it's sign like if winter fades and becomes spring and
Yeah,
summer. Like
true.
I'm not sure if it's meant to be like, hey, it's worse outside. I'm feeling like more of a opening himself up to the world,
Yeah.
maybe. Obviously there's a little bit left, so we got to see where it goes. But I think we're in for a bit of a turbulent bit. We're heading to the breakdown, so maybe there'll be a bit of a revisit of the struggles there. Um, but I mean, Killswitch has always had songs that embrace both, the darker elements and the lighter elements. So
Oh, they managed to walk that line so well
mm,
and write songs within both on all their albums.
yeah, yeah. Well, we'll keep going and see what the rest of the song brings, shall we?
Oh, I love his song. Okay, yeah, you called it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, man, my wife's gonna get such a stiffy when I show her this song.
There
She loves this band so much. I didn't even know they had a new track out.
you
But
go.
look, like I said, that was a lot more in the vein of
Mm,
Times of Grace. But I'll tell you
yeah.
what, I'm not complaining one bit. That was a
Mm,
beautiful song. That was a
yeah.
beautiful song.
Yeah, but by the end of it, by the time it kind of came around at the end, I was vibing more on what they were presenting. Like it's been a long time since I've listened to anything other from them other than
Yeah.
the classics, right? So I was keen, I was keen to check that out. I'm glad that we gave that one a go. Really nice message in the film clip.
Mm,
I kind of had my suspicions early on. I'm like, okay, this is clearly the house is clearly the metaphor for the guy like withdrawing from the world and sort of punishing himself and everything. And then no, he's trying to fix that, rebuild that, going back out into the world, caring about something other than himself, and finding you know finding happiness again and finding light in the world again, which is something that I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of people can struggle with. And I know that
It's more so the point of the weirdest thing can help you find light again. It was the dead crow. That
mm,
that
and
you know.
and I don't want to, I'm not trying to make this about necessarily just like a men versus women thing, but look, men often have a very, very challenging time feeling comfortable expressing themselves,
Oh, 100%.
and songs like this can help us process things maybe in a way that we can't sort of quite express out loud. Uh, I have, you know, people, not necessarily the closest of friends, but there are people that I've known who have lost their own battles with these struggles. And if it's something that you are experiencing, then please, I encourage you to please reach out and get help.
Yes,
Seek help
please.
from the people around you. Seek help from the professional resources available to you, because I promise you there are people who care about you and want to see you come out of that dark place. So I'm sorry that this kind of get a bit heavy towards the end here, but I can relate to the message in the film clip.
Oh, 100%.
And like, please just yeah, reach out if you feel like you need, if if you're struggling, because you don't have to struggle that alone. And it's much better to open yourself up to the light of the world than shut yourself away
Not
from
see
it
it
and become,
anymore.
yeah. So, but look, yeah, we'll wrap this one up here. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching this one and sharing this one with us. Like, beautiful song. Like we said,
It
if you haven't
was.
checked out that Times of Grace album, do it. It will.
Go, yeah.
It,
There's
it,
only one. You just put in Times of Grace. There's only going to be one.
it is well worth your time. But yeah, look, thank you very, very much for watching this far. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. That's what it's there for. Please let us know in the comments your thoughts on this one. Hey, what do you think of this? Do you enjoy it? Have you listened? Have you heard the Times of Grace album? Have you checked it out
Yeah.
after we've
Yeah.
suggested it?
What
And
do
let
you
us know what
think?
you think. Like, please, we love hearing from you guys in the comments. But as always, guys, look, please look after yourselves. Please take care of yourselves and those around you. It's extremely important, especially in today's world. I have been Reverend Raff. He has been the beer buddy Kyle. That was Killswitch Engage with I Believe. And let me tell you, after hearing that, I do believe.
I do.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.